As Mike sat on the bed preparing to savor his wine, the DVG suddenly went off. The unexpected sound startled him, and he quickly shut off the annoying device. However, the very next second, the DVG initiated a countdown starting from 60 minutes. He picked up his voice recorder and said, "No one gets out of this room alive." As soon as the words left his mouth, he felt a ringing in his ears. He rubbed his ears, but the tinnitus persisted, making him increasingly uncomfortable. Mike looked out the window, only to discover that the entire city had frozen. Still not a single sound could be heard. He stared around the room in bewilderment when suddenly the window came crashing down, instantly causing his finger to bleed profusely. He went to the bathroom to wash the wound, but scalding hot water suddenly gushed from the faucet. Just then, the front desk called. When he answered, Mike frantically demanded to check out, but the receptionist merely asked what he wanted for breakfast. Mike completely panicked. He grabbed his backpack and rushed to the door, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't open it. Looking through the peephole, he was horrified to see a gigantic eye staring back. Terrified, he backed away and ran to the window to call for help, only to see someone in the opposite building making the exact same movements. He quickly grabbed a table lamp. That's when he realized the person looked exactly like him. Behind him appeared a strange figure who knocked him unconscious. Turning around, he saw the same figure had appeared on his side too, wielding a weapon and backing him into a corner. Just as he was about to meet his end, he opened his eyes again to find the figure had vanished. Grabbing the lamp, he went to the window. When he threw the lamp down, it mysteriously disappeared into thin air. Everything felt unnaturally bizarre. Suddenly, he heard his daughter calling from behind. The television was playing footage of his deceased daughter. Then shadowy figures began appearing in the room, one after another, jumping out the window without hesitation. Convinced he had gone mad and desperate to escape the room, he decided to climb through the window to the adjacent room. He carefully edged along the wall, only to discover there wasn't a single window on the entire wall. As he prepared to return to his room, a figure suddenly appeared inside. He nearly lost his footing and fell, barely managing to grab the windowsill in time. Upon returning to room 1408, he discovered it was the only room left on the entire floor. All other room numbers had vanished. The thermostat malfunctioned at that moment, and the room temperature plummeted. Frost even formed on the walls. He had no choice but to light a fire and wrap himself in blankets for warmth. Then a crack opened in the ceiling, and chunks of plaster and debris came crashing down. The room began collapsing rapidly. The paintings on the walls transformed. Every disaster struck simultaneously, gradually destroying his sanity and completely shattering his reason. He grabbed a baseball bat, walked up to a painting, and smashed it violently. The ocean in the painting burst forth, instantly flooding the entire room. This thrilling film is called 1408. Interested viewers can search for it and watch.